Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Ahlan wa sahlan. Welcome, guys, to another Friday chat. My name is Yaqut Zaman. I hope you guys are having a wonderful time enjoying your week. Here in the UK, the weather is quite cold, so that's why I wrapped up today. Nice woolly hat, and I had my scarf on just a minute ago, and I just took that off. So, so basically, week's going very well. If you guys are not familiar with this channel, my name is Yaqut Zaman, and the channel is basically for you guys to be able to learn about Arabic and all different sciences as well. And if you haven't checked out my videos, check the videos out, inshallah. Definitely 100%. You're going to find something in there that may interest you. So have a look and share it with other people as well. Today I've got pineapple tea, ananas, pineapple tea. So nice, tastes nice. Right, let me just twist some mustache for you guys there. Ahlan wa sahlan, welcome guys, welcome. Qazi Iqbal, wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Ahlan wa sahlan. Can we eat KFC chicken? If the KFC chicken is halal, you can eat it. If the chicken is halal and if there's no cross contamination, then yes. Otherwise, no. So, for example, like KFC in Pakistan, KFC, I think in Saudi Arabia should be fine because generally the meat is regulated there. Johnny Walker who. So if the beard has not grown a fistful yet and it looks chaotic in terms of design and smoothness, is it permissible to trim it to extend that? Because I would say if you show it to a scholar, your local scholar, and if he seems okay with it, then it's fine. Wa alaikum assalam, Rasha. Ahlan wa sahlan. Hope Egypt as well. I hope you are doing well, enjoying your week, enjoying the I don't know where you are. Are you in Cairo? I see two types of athletes. One claiming that Allah has a hand, which is unlike creation. Allah is not like hand. Is there a difference? I don't know, my brother. Maybe you gotta speak to them. So classical athletes, no. I think it's maybe you're talking about Salafis. So maybe speak to them, inshallah, about that. So anyway, as you can see, I am wrapped up nice and warm in this cold weather that we have at the moment, and as you can see, the lights behind me are flickering. I'm gonna try to get rid of this flickering. Let's see if I can get rid of this. Okay, let's see. No, you are looking at my face. No. Okay, let's see this. No, that's not it. Okay, that's better. That's kind of calmed it down. Right. So yeah, so that's basically what's been happening here. I actually did the Hajj crash course yesterday. Did any of you guys manage to see it? If you guys did not manage to see it, then check it out. Inshallah, I'll try to put the video up. So because in Kuduri we have reached up to, and we're going to start the chapter of Hajj. So I thought, you know what? A lot of people out there are very interested in learning about Hajj. But then when they come to the Masail, because it's all scattered, they can't see the whole picture of what happens in Hajj. Once you understand what happens in Hajj, all the little Masail that you study in Hajj will make a lot of sense. So hopefully, inshallah, guys should make sense. Should make sense to you guys. Wa alaikum assalam, Umran Ali, ahlan wa sahlan, ahlan wa sahlan. How long will it take to cover Nur al-Idah if one already knows most of all the Masail of Salah and so on? It depends. I mean, you can probably cover it if you do it on a daily basis, 1 hour every single day. You probably in a month you can cover it all. I would say not a problem. Yeah, even less than a month maybe, depending how you swiftly go through it. If you can probably do it if you know the Masail really well. I mean, you can do it in a week or maybe even less. But it depends how well you know the Masail. And are you reading it to try and understand the Arabic in there? Or is it just a matter of just flicking through it? So I've actually got a Nur al-Idah here, which has been translated. Nur al-Idah. Here's. So yeah, this is a Nur al-Idah, which I've got, which is translated by Sheikh Zahid Mahmoud. Not many people know that he did translate some books in the past. Yeah, so this is so if you look at this is like really small. I mean, in English, it's in English, and you literally can get through this very quickly. Yeah, you can see that. So it's literally how many pages? 70 odd pages. 70 odd pages, and yeah, I think if you were to read it with someone, you'd probably be able to skim through it. Yeah, that's Nur al-Idah. Wa alaikum assalam, aslam a, ahlan wa sahlan, ahlan, welcome, my brother. Mu'eed Sheikh, wa alaikum assalam. My local masjid is praying Fajr before its time, according to most mosque calendars across the UK. Is this permissible, as I thought the twilight degrees issue was only in summertime? I'm not sure what time they're praying it. Maybe you can ask them. So what I would suggest is go to them, ask them, how comes their timing is different? Maybe they might have an answer, maybe they might have no answer. Right, so maybe they're unaware of this. So find out. There might possibly be some ikhtilaf. You can find out. Need to do it for the exam in 3 months. Haven't yet begun though. Excellent. Assalamu alaikum, Umar Khan. Do you recommend learning Arabic or basic Islamic studies first? It depends what you want. So if you've already got some basic Islamic studies under your belt, if you know how to do wudu, you know how to pray salat, you know how to fast and all that, then start Arabic. If you're struggling in those things, then study those first. Arabic you can study on the side or maybe a bit later. Adaini, Imran, good job. Thank you very much. Ahlan wa sahlan. Welcome, my brother. Welcome. Yeah, so that was that. And I don't know if any of you guys managed to see the poem that I wrote. So the reason basically I wrote the poem was in my mind one day, I was just thinking to myself, you know what? It'd be good for me to try and write a poem. I used to write some poems in the past before, but I didn't used to like keep them anywhere, so they all got lost. So I did write some poetry, and maybe a bit later on I'll read the poetry. And you guys can tell me what you guys think as well. And I'm thinking maybe I might do it on some other topics as well. Wa alaikum assalam, Alim Course, ahlan wa sahlan. From Cairo, ahlan wa sahlan, October City, if you know it. October City, all right, you got a city called October. Please make dua for all of us on the live stream. Allahumma la taj'al dunya akbar hammina wa ahsin khatimatana warzuqna min al-khayri kullihi warzuqna hubba nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Ameen, ameen. Very nice dua this is. I will put this up. Everyone say ameen to this dua. Sufyan, wa alaikum assalam, ahlan wa sahlan. What's happening, my brother? What's happening? How's Derby, my bro? How's Derby? Actually, I don't know what Derby accent sounds like. Is it a bit like Bradford accent? Which chocolate al-yawm? Al-yawm, oh yeah. Today I will do the orange chocolate. It's hard to ask the mosque elder, sadly, as they tend to get defensive. Just want others to follow without question. Yeah, maybe ask the imam. Ustad, what should I do in order to complete Umrah more than once regarding shaving the head? Should I trim the first? You shave it, and then the second time you do Umrah, all you have to do is tell them to put the machine over your head. Yeah, that's what. So you just have to imitate the act of shaving. Yeah, so if you go to the barber shop, they'll know what to do. Ahlan wa sahlan from Bangladesh. Kita khabar. Balai se. Usman Irfan, wa alaikum assalam. Ahlan wa sahlan. Please pray for me and pray for me as well. I still have my Yorkshire accent. No accents in Derby. Come visit again, inshallah. Yeah, I know. I heard Maulana Muhammad Ali's gone to Umrah. So inshallah, maybe when he comes back. Or actually, maybe before he comes back. I'll see. How long has he gone for? 10 days. If he's gone for 10 days, then yeah, maybe I might do a little chakkar. Come down, inshallah. Have some nice Gujarati food. Yeah. Down Sufyan's house, mashallah. Your wife makes some proper nice food, man. Have you had lunch, Muhtasab? No, I haven't. So I'm gonna probably gonna eat a bit early today. So I haven't had lunch. I'm just like maybe like munched on some fruit. Had a mango. Oh, actually, I did have mango. If a mango means lunch, then I had a mango. Yeah, nice mango. So basically, my mom gave me two mangoes a few weeks ago, and I ate one the other day, and today I ate one. Nice. It was a nice. It wasn't. It was a bit kind of like. It's a bit different from Pakistani mangoes that I'm used to. So yeah. So that was that, guys. And I actually. Uh, Let me mango lunch zohdo. That's it, mashallah. That's what happens. That's what happens to us. So you might as well read your poem. It might be better than use reading it. Us reading. Yeah. Okay. Let me read my poem, guys. So I'll bring it on the screen so you guys can see as well. Yeah, Allah. Right. So how do I bring you on the screen? Unity. I think I need to copy and paste this out. So I don't know. Maybe it might be a good idea to actually maybe see what kind of poems you guys can write. What if you had like a once a month, some sort of like not a podcast, but some sort of gathering where people can come on and read poetry that they've written. What do you guys think of that? I think that might be something motivational. Yeah, motivational. What do you guys say? All right, so let me show you guys this. Hey, how are you? I'm very good, Rona. How are you? Are you in lockdown? No lockdown for us, alhamdulillah. We haven't had lockdown for months now. Shukr. Hope everything will be better, inshallah. Okay, so let's try this. All right, so this is the poem. And let's see if you can see this. Okay, I think this is the biggest you can get. Normal size. Okay, there, I think you can see now. Okay, so let me read this poem to you guys, yeah? You are the one, O Allah, the one who knows all, yet all know none. The one who said, be, and it all begun. You lit the sky with stars galore, and fruit and flowers, with fruit and flowers you deck the floor. The eyes stare near and far away, with all the tools that man has made. Yet still we fail and turn away. That sight of ours just fades away. O King of kings and owner of all, to you we stand so weak and small. You gave Yaqub a son who rose above the throne, yet you he chose. O Lord, you gave me all I know, and brought my brothers to me so close. And even though we were so torn, you saved us from Shaitan the scorn. O Creator of Nuh, who built the boat and rode the waves without his son, his hands raised high, calling out to you, isn't my son from myself too? The father's pain was heard out loud. Indeed, O Nuh, he's not from you. That is where submission is true. We can't have that and all this too. From dust we came, to dust we go. Our life is time like melting snow. I forget I sin and then regret. To you I turn to pay my debt. My mind and heart both grapple away, yet you're the one who guides the stray. Your name, Rahman, from womb is born. It's there, enveloped. I felt so drawn. What would Adam, our father, say if he saw me in my state today? You place the scales of truth for all on such a day when I'll recall each word, each glance, each step and touch. We'll see it weighed and shown so much. O Allah, I plead with you before I die, before my heart gives no reply. Forgive my sins, my slips I made, and all those people I hurt, betrayed. How shall I stand in front of you, the one to whom my debt is due? O Allah, you are the one. So that was it basically. I was gonna write some more, but then I thought, you know what? I don't know how long to make it. Yeah, so I wrote this and thought to myself, you know what? Let me give it a go, try and attempt to do. Next one maybe I might do is on about the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, inshallah. So hopefully, maybe next week might be ready for next Friday. Hopefully, so I can show you guys then. But yeah, I think definitely, these kind of things are very sort of like inspirational as well for people. There's lots of talent out there, people who have good talent. Right. So, is drawing permissible? Depends what you're drawing. Learning, is it just for Masail, not for its Arabic, since I will have to answer the question in Urdu? Yeah, that's fine. And then you can do it very quick. I will read in a week, you can probably read it. Zaidan, wa alaikum assalam, ahla wa sahlan. Barelvia, Salam, somebody has told me Jummah is not valid in countries like UK. Is there any truth to this? If so, do we only pray Zuhr instead? There's an ikhtilaf amongst Hanafis about praying Jummah in non-Muslim countries. However, contemporary scholars are on the view that it is necessary in there. So Ibn Abidin has written a lot on this, so yes. And I've actually explained this in my Hidayah lessons. Those of you guys who did Hidayah with me, I've explained this over there as well. How long did it take you to write this beautiful poem? I don't know, on and off. I think it was probably about 3 or 4 days. On and off, spending like half an hour on it, maybe. Wa alaikum assalam, ahla wa sahla, Muhammad. Before my heart cannot reply part is, yeah. So sometimes some of these sentences, it just like comes to your mind. You think, oh, that's a good one there. But that's the thing about writing. It's just like sometimes you read it and then you reread it and then you think, I should have changed this. I should have changed this. So actually, the order I had was a bit different from before. And then I kind of like just thought to myself, you know what? Let me just put it out there, and then let people just see it. And then if I want to make changes, I can do a second edition to it, or I can even add other things. That's the thing about writing. You gotta write something and then put it out there, and then after that you can make your adjustments, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum assalam, ahla wa sahlan, welcome. Is plant-based meat halal? I don't know what plant-based meat is. Are you talking about soya meat? Or soya? Yeah, you're talking about soya, then yeah, there's nothing wrong with it. As long as there's no haram ingredients in it. Yeah, it's a fiqh book. So if you don't know Arabic, you're gonna struggle. Yeah, you'll struggle if you don't know Arabic on it. But you can watch my Kuduri videos. My Kuduri videos are on my YouTube channel. Yeah, Allah. Yeah, so that's basically my week has been. Alhamdulillah. Sheikh, I'm 18, living with my lovely parents, not thinking to pursue a degree, learning some skills I'm really interested in to make a business out of it. So income, is it against tawakkul? No, it's totally fine. Totally fine. What tea are you drinking today? This is pineapple tea. When you're going to write a poem in Arabic, you know what? I'm not good at writing poems in Arabic, because the whole Arabic system of writing a poem is very different from English poetry. Yeah, it's very, very different. So, I mean, I can write a little bit, but not really something which is very expressive. I can't become very expressive in it. So that requires like a lot of experience with Arabic poetry. Could you tell me the difference in dua, Allahumma hasanta, ahsanta, both the same? Yeah, so both meaning the same. Hasanta, you beautified. Ahsanta, beautified. How to connect to asatiza though? You just gotta meet them. The thing is, if you're an introvert, this is going to be the blunt truth. If you're an introvert, you're not really going to be able to go up to the teachers. And if you're a extrovert, you're going to be able to benefit a lot from the teachers. And I've seen this a lot. So there's introvert people who are very timid and very difficult to kind of like scared to go up to the teachers. They don't really kind of benefit from the suhbah of the satisa. And then you got those who are like really loud and confident, and they go to the teachers and meet them and sit with them. Or there's those in the middle. I say I would probably be in the middle somewhere. I knew some of my friends who could go up to any scholar, any teacher, sit with them and talk with them for ages. Yeah, and I used to wish I could be like that. Can you give us advice on first year Dars in Islamic syllabus? Please mention all the books that you studied first year. So I've actually made a video on. I've actually made a series on the Alamiya course, right? So which you guys can watch. Alim course. This is a series on the Alim course, which inshallah you guys can watch. But what I studied 6 books in the first year. So I studied I studied 6 books in the first year. So I studied in Arabic. So Arabic basically it was because I didn't know Urdu that well. So I didn't go into the Urdu class. It was in Pakistan, Karachi. Went to the Arabic class, and in the first year we studied Fiqh al-Muyassar, we studied Qasas al-Nabiyyin, we studied Tajweed. There was a book called Al-Burhan. I think it's called Taysir al-Burhan. And then we studied Sarf, and we studied Al-Nahw al-Wadih. And we also studied, what else did we have? Yeah, I can't remember anything else. Yeah, there was something else. Qasas. Oh, Tariqat al-Asriya. Yeah, Tariqat al-Asriya. So out of my first year, I studied Fiqh al-Muyassar from this Egyptian teacher who was from Egypt. So our madrasa would have teachers coming from Egypt, different countries, and teaching. So he was Sheikh Najib, he taught us fiqh. And then we had for Tajweed, we had Qari Sultan, who's a local scholar. And then for Nahu, we had Mufti Niyaz, who's passed away now. Give him Jannat Firdaus. And then for Qasas al-Nabiyyin, we had Shaykh Najib as well. Yeah, we had him. And then it changed to Sheikh. Who was it? Who took over? Yeah, I think it was Sheikh Ahmed. And then we had, who was also Egyptian as well. And then we had Tariq al-Asriya, Sheikh Ismail from South Africa. Yeah, that was that. And Nahu Sarf was Mawlana Bilal, yeah, one of the local scholar. So this is what I studied in the first year. What made you want to learn Arabic as a language? The deen, my brother. How does khula work? Please explain. Also, if a lady sent 3 letters to her husband and still he's not divorcing, so you have to go through some sort of a fiqh council. You basically what the woman does is she contacts the ulama fiqh council. The fiqh council will be on her behalf arbitrators. They'll write letters to the husband. If the husband doesn't respond, then usually what happens in Islamic country, a judge gets involved. But in this country, what they do is they take the Maliki position, which basically is that they will nullify the nikah on his behalf. So you'll have to get in contact with the fiqh council. Mufti Sahab, is it common in England for people to drink so many different types of teas like you? I don't know, Is it? Am I unique? I don't think it's very common, but people do. I am more the loud type guy here, so you'll benefit a lot then. So you need to go up to them, meet them. Maji, mashallah, alaikum assalam, Maji and Safura, ahlan wa sahlan, welcome to this nice majlis. If I don't cut your nail after you become clean because they are small, will you be sinful? No. S. Hussein, alaikum assalam, ahlan wa sahlan, welcome. Which explanation for Alfiya ibn Malik do you have? I love the explanation of Sheikh Abdullah Fawzan, the best. So I studied Sharh ibn Aqil. Yeah, Sharh ibn Aqil is the one that I studied. Besides that, there's also a longer commentary of Ibn Malik himself. It's called التوضيح, what was it called? Yeah, it's a longer version that he has. And so it's a longer version of the book, and this is like the mukhtasar, shortened. Does a woman have to go to mosque to do the hifz sabak whilst they're in menses? I don't know. Does the woman have to go to mosque? She can't read the Quran while she's doing hifz. Ali Briggs, ahlan wa sahlan. Welcome. Okay, SMB, you're asking rubbish questions now. Okay, Rona, nowadays when you read the label of product, it mentions alcohol. Does the product become haram? Yes, if it contains alcohol. If it's a food item, then it would be impermissible to drink or eat. Do you miss 24/7 studying life with your asatiza? Of course I do. Definitely do. I wrote my teacher a letter a few weeks ago. Alhamdulillah, I received it, mashallah. It's nice writing letters to each other. You kind of get this kind of connection. So inshallah, I'm thinking next year I'm going to be going to Pakistan. I'm thinking in the summertime. Maybe I might go Pakistan. I'm planning it at the moment. So I've got some friends there. I'm going to meet some friends, and then we're going to do like maybe a tour of Pakistan. Go to different cities, check out some madaris, check out some nice eating places, check out some scenery. Yeah, so maybe anyone, you guys in Pakistan, we can meet up, inshallah. Wa alaikum assalam, Nadeem. Ahla wa sahlan, ahla wa sahlan, ahla wa sahlan. Welcome. If chocolate contains insects, are you allowed to have it? No. So have you thought about doing the podcast again at least once a month? Yeah, I've thought about it, but the guys are too busy. That's the problem. Basically, Altaf's work he does is very intense. So he's got a lot of sort of like demand, and it's quite intense. And then Naveed, he's works with one of the charities, and he has to travel a lot to different countries. So that's why it's difficult to kind of be consistent with it. But I would like to actually start it with others. Maybe we can start something else with others, and maybe we can kick it off there. So if there's anyone who's confident to do presenting, inshallah. Is it permissible for men to wear a chain which has Allah written on it? No. Zaidan Liakatba, if I want to do something but placing my trust fully on Allah, then should I do istikhara and start doing that thing? And how should I pray istikhara? Is that dua in Arabic? Yes, you can say the English version of it as well. So basically, anything you want to do, just do the istikhara and go for it. Assalamu alaikum. It's freaking. Ahlan wa sahlan. Ahlan wa sahlan. Welcome. Should you pray with impurity in your clothes? Okay. Awdah al-Masalik is very good as well. Awdah al-Masalik. I mean, out of the commentaries of, let me tell you, out of the commentaries, the one that I've sort of like benefit from. I don't rely upon the commentaries of Al-Fiqh al-Malik because I tend to use other Nahu books. But let me just tell you, Malik. So, okay. Sharh Ashmuni is good. Yeah, Sharh al-Ashmuni of Ibn Malik. That's quite good. Easy to follow. Awdah al-Masalik. So Awdah al-Masalik is Ibn Hisham's. Sharh ibn Aqil, I've studied that. Ibn Nazim is a bit complex, I would say. Okay. Which other one is there? Yeah, those are the ones that I benefit from. There's some others, but I haven't really kind of. Yeah, Sharh al-Tasheel, that's the one I was saying. You know, that Ibn Malik's other book that he's got. Sharh Tasheel. Yeah, that's a very good book. That's like much more easy to follow. In fact, Imam Ibn Malik was actually not considered to be like a famous Arabic grammarian for some reason. People criticized him. Valerie, wa alaikum assalam, ahla wa sahlan, ahla wa sahlan. I hope Texas is treating you well. I hope there's going to be snow this year in Texas. Sheikh, what is fiqh aqalliyat and is it valid? Some people saying it's for minorities. So fiqh aqalliyat basically was started by a group of scholars like Sheikh Yusuf al-Qardawi and others for minorities in Western countries. So what they done was basically take from different madhabs and sort of revisit fiqh. So a special fiqh designed, taking from different madhabs for ease purposes in the West. Many of the scholars are against that. They say, look, stick to the madhabs rather than playing around and taking from here and there. Amazing point. Jazakallah khair. Ahlan wa sahlan. Thank you very much, Valerie. Ahlan wa sahlan, inshallah. What was your favorite part of the poem? Which teacher did you write your letter to? So one of my teachers called Sheikh Thaqib, Mufti Thaqib. Yeah, so I wrote it to him. If you have a cold, you have to go to the mosque, even if it's close to your house. Yes, you have to go. If it's just a normal cold and your body's functioning and you can walk and go places. The best time to go Pakistan is from November, March. It's too hot in the summer. Yeah, I know, but that's the only time I get off. If a product contains little alcohol, that would not intoxicate you. The rest of the ingredients over. No, it wouldn't be okay. Nobody can beat the duo of Altaf and Nav. Yeah. In Usul al-Fiqh of Hanbali Madhab, we study al-Waraqat and Usul min ilm al-Usul and Rawdat al-Nadir. MashaAllah. So in Hanafis, well, there's loads we study. So we study Matn al-Manar, we study Usul al-Shashi, we study the commentaries of Manar, Nur al-Anwar, or maybe even Kashf al-Asrar. We study al-Bazdawi, Usul al-Bazdawi, and the commentary of Usul al-Bazdawi, Kashf al-Asrar, al-Kafi, by Sighnaqi, and we also study Usul al-Sarakhsi. We got loads, there's literally loads. But normally in madrasa, they'll probably study like 3 texts. And normally when I teach in a sufa, I teach 3 texts. I teach my own usul, which is on my YouTube, on my uruk.com website, which is 28 lessons. And then I teach, after that, usul shashi, cover to cover. And then we cover Nur Anwar. And, usul al-Sarakhsi as well. What are the Nahu books you completed in your studies in madrasa? So in madrasa, so basically in madrasa, I studied in the first year Nahu al-Wadih. In the second year, I studied a book called Hidayat al-Nahu. In the third year, I studied Shar' ibn Aqil. And in the fourth year, I studied Sharh Mullah Jami. And then after that, on the side, I was studying with my teacher, like the one that I told you I wrote a letter to, Sheikh Thaqib. I was studying, he was summarizing for me, like Nahu, literally, I would go to his house and he would summarize for me the major rules of Nahu in an easy way for me. And I've got it written down somewhere. It's like every chapter, we went through every chapter, and then he brings what Sibawayh says and what Ibn Asfur says and Zajjaj says and Ibn Jinni and others. So it was a very nice, like we said, majlis, mashallah, very. Which is the best seerah of the Prophet ﷺ in Arabic, which you will make emotional? I think Sheikh Abul Hassan Nadawi, he has a book on seerah. And he says in the muqaddim of that book, he says, the point of seerah is supposed to make you kind of like affected by it, like more emotionally affected by it. So sometimes when you study seerah, it gets a bit boring, lots of information. But he said you should select sections from the seerah which are powerful. Yeah. And that's it. Okay, I think someone's come on. Okay, wa alaikum assalam. All the comments have disappeared. So for some reason, all the comments. Let me have to go and check what the comments were now. Right, let's just have a little check. Okay, comments over here. Right, so it's I'm doing part-time Alimiya while working and can't find a lot of time to study and go over class notes. When I do, I find it takes extra long to do basic things like tarkeeb. Any advice? You know what? You're gonna have to give up one, I would say. So if you're finding the Alimiya course too much because you have to work, then you're gonna have to give up the Alimiya course. Maybe just do like a shorter one. Find a shorter course, something that you can spend less time on. Or if you can, give up some work, you're gonna have to, give away somewhere. What's the Fadla Samurai book on Arabic grammar? He's got loads of books. Yeah, so the one that I like the most is Al-Arabi, Nahu al-Arabi, and Ma'ani al-Nahu. I said, do you study with Hanbali? Okay. Abdullah, is it sinful to forward a funny email to a female coworker? It depends, obviously, what your intention is. Yeah, Allah knows intentions. So that would make it. What oil do you recommend for hair? Baby oil. I find baby oil to be very, very good for my hair anyway. I think different people's hair would require different products. I don't know. What do you use on your hair? Yusuf, so when doing istikhara, just go with whatever the istikhara was or wait until no. Go for it. Just go with the istikhara. And actually, there's actually a book which I'll actually put up. Let me try to find if I can find that book. This is a very good book written by a scholar in South Africa, and it's been written in Urdu, but someone translated it into English. And I think it's very, 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 very important, like, to understand istikhara. Otherwise, let's see. Here it is. Istikhara in light of. So let me share this. Okay, done. Right, so here goes. How to do istikhara. There you go. All right, so what else do we have here? Assalamu alaikum, Abid Khan. Ahlan wa sahlan. Ahlan wa sahlan. Ahlan wa sahlan. My brother Abid Khan from India. Welcome. Is ice cap halal from Tim Hortons? I have no idea what that is. Sheikh, what's the use of tariqah like Akshmandi? So basically, the tariqahs are there to make it more serious for you, to make you kind of just like, what's the whole point of having a mentor in training? Yeah, so like, dieting mentor or personal trainer. It's the same thing. Is to kind of make you more serious about your spirituality and have it more focused, so you can take the most out of your day. Sharh Shaykh Ibn Uthaymeen is also good and very easy. Yeah. I think I've read that. It's quite easy to follow. You made dua. You want to do Hajj first before doing, but now change dua. Could any time would be sinful, or can you change? You can change. Is it sinful to place a baby shoe on a shelf or an ornament? Yes, it's fine. Wa alaikum assalam. Askhan, ahla wa sahlan. I hope you're well. MashaAllah. Hope you're well. Enjoying yourself. Masir, wa alaikum assalam. Ahla wa sahlan. Ahlan wa sahlan. Marhaban, marhaban. Asad Bhai. Okay, Asad Bhai. Sheikh Salik does a proper job in teaching the seerah. Okay. Who's Sheikh Salik? I've heard that name somewhere. Is it fine to say Ghosi Azam to Abdul Qadir Zilani Sahib? It depends what you mean by it. So, Ghoth, as in, if you're saying that he's the one that saves you from calamities, then obviously not. If you're just saying that he's someone who did a lot of work for people, and the Ghoth, as in he helps people, or he helped when he was alive, wouldn't be a problem. Were they Arab Sheikh Najib and Sheikh Ahmad from Azhar? Yes, they were Azhar. So basically, the madrasa used to have a link with Azhar. And Azhar used to send, after every 4 years, a batch of like Arab scholars. Yeah, and they would teach their different subjects. Zaidan Sheikh Hamza Yusuf said, if you can read Mullah Jami, then you have reached the peak of Nahu. I wouldn't say that's true, because Mullah Jami is more like philosophized Nahu. It's like the philosophy behind Nahu. But yeah, it's definitely a very sort of like tough book to read. Wa alaikum assalam. I'm a new Muslim, but my country Muslim, it's very less. And I don't have much friends. Do you know what dua can let me meet a good Muslim husband? Thank you very much. I would say pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, ask him from your heart, inshallah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will open the doors for you, inshallah. Definitely. So welcome to Islam. Welcome to being a Muslim. And I pray that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives you success in what you're looking for. If a person is sick, can he combine Zuhr and Asr and Maghrib and Isha? Not in the Hanafi madhab. No. Not in the Hanafi school. Argan oil, yeah, I've heard argan oil is quite good. I don't actually have any specific argan oil, but I do have hair oils that contain argan oil. My intention to make her laugh. Yeah, so I mean, if that's the case, I wouldn't see a problem, but still, I mean, just be cautious of your intention. So it wouldn't be a problem then. They are based in inshallah. Not trying to cause a stir, but it's widely agreed with scholars of the former past and present that conqueror of Istanbul, who Prophet ﷺ praised, is Muhammad al-Fatih. Hope you benefit from them. Keep me updated. If you could expand on the hadith, yeah, I'm not too sure about the hadith itself. I mean, I've heard the hadith, but I haven't really kind of researched it that much. Does the Quran have to be the highest object in the room? No. Sheikh Saeed has been Sidina. He has lessons on YouTube. He's a Mauritanian scholar who's extremely knowledgeable. He teaches Sirah without distortion or manipulation. Well, okay. I mean, obviously, every scholar says that they teach Sirah and things without manipulation and distortion. But alhamdulillah, mashallah. Okay. Anyway, my time is almost up. We have Maghrib starting now. Spend Emiri, wa alaikum assalam, ahlan wa sahlan, ahlan wa sahlan, ahlan wa sahlan. So yeah, guys. So that was that. So basically, check out my the Hajj crash course that I did. So you guys can inshallah benefit from that. And hopefully next week I'm going to be starting the Quduri chapter of Hajj. So some of you guys have been asking me when am I going to be starting the Hajj one. So crash course Hajj. Crash course on Hajj. وإياك حبيبي عبد الله. Ameen, Ameen, Jazakallah khair. Which madhab would permit the combination of prayers at the time of not feeling well, and if I combine them? I think it's the Shafi madhab would permit that. Hanbali madhab. Salam. Ahlan wa sahlan. Leave for work for Alimiya. Really don't want to hear in the khutbah today and just understanding parts of it. Just maybe want to continue studying. Remember me your du'as. Ameen, Ameen. Jazakallah khair. I mean, you know me, I'm a bit blunt when it comes to students. Yeah, because I personally think people should dedicate themselves to studying, and that's my sort of like thing on it, because I dedicated myself 9 years. That's why I've got that kind of thing. So, but I think if some people can do it, you might have to give up other things in your life. You know, it's a bit difficult, I know. Person like me that is finding difficult to balance deen study, college study, advice that you can give to fit all in. You know, you got to remember this: the deen of Allah is something which requires dedication. It's not something which is like you want to learn how to, I don't know, do art, or you want to learn how to play a sport. It's not something like that. It's something which you have to dedicate yourself to. So you've got to think to yourself, okay, I need to be serious about something. Start learning Arabic. So if you're, for example, like if you're studying college or university or you're at work, on the side study Arabic. Just focus on learning Arabic. That's it. And at least when you've learned the Arabic, that will give you the gateway and access to other sciences as well. Yeah. So, but you have to dedicate yourself. You can't just do it half-hearted. For the Arab ulama who used to teach in Town, were there certain requirements because there are some difference between them? Not really. No, I mean, some days they come with clean shave to the class lesson. I remember. So they were required to leave a bit of hair on their jaws. Yeah. They wore jubbas. Yeah, but in other, like, I remember there was like other madrasas that they would obviously wear the normal clothes that they'd wear. The Wasa Surah, she's been, oh, subhanAllah, breathing problems again. She's on. And I'll give her shifa. Ameen. Very sad to hear. Guys, make dua for Safura. Yeah, make dua for Safura. Yeah, Allah give her shifa. Safura is a very nice, cute girl. Quduri, enjoying it much. Ordered al-lubab. I hope it isn't difficult. Yeah, lubab should be easy, inshallah. If you can read the Arabic of Quduri, lubab's simple. So usually what I do with my students in the full time, we go through Quduri. So we're going to go through the entire Quduri. And then what I do is every lesson, I kind of make them look in lubab or look in Jawharat al-Nayyara to try and figure out some masala. So they get comfortable with reading other Hanafi books. Because that's one of the most important things. If you're teaching anyone, I would say it's extremely important to get your students confident in reading other books. So sometimes the teacher might say, this masala is in Hidayah, this masala is in Jawhara, this masala is in Binaya, this masala. but the student doesn't get the chance to read those books, or is a bit scared. So what I would suggest is, when you're teaching any lesson, right, make sure you stop the lesson, you get the students to pull out the book and make them read it. And that way it creates a lot of confidence in the students to be able to access other books. You'll be surprised how many students would actually feel confident. And I try to do that with all the years. I've started it a lot this year. So even if you're teaching, for example, like if I'm teaching Nur al-Anwar, what I'll do is I'll get the students to say, okay, open Usul al-Sarakhsi, or open Tawdih Talwih, or open, for example, I don't know, for Fusul fil Usul, Jassasis, and find this masla in there. And then they'll look for it, and then they'll read it and see how different it is. If I join Salah Maghrib late in congregation and I miss the first Rakah, so after Salah I will complete the Rakah. But whilst praying that Rakah, a person comes and taps on my back to pray Jama'ah with me. Okay. Yeah, so basically, after the Salah, you tell them that you already prayed. And if they follow a madhab, that some madhabs, it's okay. You just have to pray behind someone. They don't have to be an imam. But going to Hanafis, no. Then the person wouldn't be allowed to pray behind you. Abu Bakr, ahlan wa sahlan, welcome. Creative Diary, wa alaikum assalam. Ameen. Okay, note, I will try harder. Thanks for the motivation, inspiration. Ameen. We go through Zad al-Mustaqni. A few drops of apple cider vinegar in warm water and honey is tried and tested remedy for asthma, wheezing in kids. Inshallah. Ameen. Yeah, inshallah, I'm going to have to go for Maghrib as well. Yeah, so, okay, guys, Jazakumullah khair. Ameen. Hassan, would you advise a beginner student to start with Nur al-Idah or something else first? I prefer Fiqh al-Muyassar. I think Fiqh al-Muyassar is much more easy to follow. But Nur al-Idah is good. Nur al-Idah is a good book as well. All right, guys. So, Jazakumullah khair. Take care, inshallah. And I will teach you guys. See you guys next time, inshallah ta'ala. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.